I haven't really introduced myself properly on the good old YouTube, so I thought it was about time that I introduced you to myself and what sort of got me to this point here. So as a kid, I was very, very sporty. Like, you name your most typical sports, I had a pretty good level at all of them. The two main ones for me were football and swimming. Football, I think I will get back to at some point after a few years of being away. Swimming, I was a national level swimmer, ranked at my highest at 5th in the UK. Training an awful lot. Then I injured my back and fell completely out of love with the swimming side of things. So I sacked that off when I was like 15. Then I would look around and notice that everyone around me was a lot bigger than myself, not necessarily stronger because I had played a lot of sport, but I was really on the skinny side from doing so much swimming. So as soon as I finished swimming, I got myself straight into the gym and I absolutely loved it. I was training pretty much every single day. I was really starting to get a huge amount stronger. I was gaining a lot of muscle. I was noticing my performance in football was getting even better. It was great. And I just sort of continued this for a while. I wasn't necessarily putting a huge emphasis on my eating. I just knew that I needed to eat protein and I knew that I needed to eat a lot of food, but I was never like tracking it per se. And then I went away traveling for a year and I just kept this up. I kept training, I kept eating well. I was really sort of working towards the physique that I really wanted. And then COVID hit and like I just completely fell out of love for training altogether. Going from like heavy compounds, lifts, heavy machine lifts to press ups and resistance bands, you know, it was just absolutely shit. I just hated it. After a couple months, I just stopped doing it, and like my main form of exercise was just going out for a walk. So I just had zero motivation. I was weak as piss, right? I looked the worst that I'd ever looked in my whole life. And then the gyms opened again. So I obviously started going straight away, but I was just feeling weird, right? I was so unfit, right? My head was a bit all over the place. So I just felt like I didn't really have a goal. In that time, then decided I was going to do a photo shoot to actually give me something to work towards, something to give me something to be excited about, which meant we dialed in training, sleep, nutrition. And, you know, it was a slog because I was in my worst ever shape, but it was fucking wicked. Whilst I was doing that, I actually decided that I was going to do a men's physique show as well. So I ticked both of them off, absolutely loved both of them. But then I really wanted sort of a newer sort of challenge. So I got myself a new coach, Mr. Christian Chapman. If you don't already know, fucking legend. And since then is when I've really sort of got into the groove of like training and just enjoying everything again. So the last sort of, I don't know, 14, 15 months of working with Christian have been absolutely wicked. And I've probably made the most progress in my physique ever. And in amongst doing all of these things is when I decided to start helping people do the same sort of thing, drop body fat, build muscle, get stronger, and just, you know, feel a hell of a lot better in the gym and within themselves. And I like to think I'm pretty fucking good at it because I've been in that situation too, when you feel like a downgraded version of yourself. You know, so I understand how it feels to feel like ass, how it feels to not really feel like yourself. So I can sympathize, I can level with you, and I really feel like that's something that does sort of set me apart from other people. Been there, I've had the struggles, I've had the highs, and I've definitely had the lows as well. I've tried a million different things to sort of move my physique forward. You know, some good, some just absolutely fucking ridiculous, like training 7 days a week, twice a day. Fucking pointless. Basically, I've already done all the stupid shit so that you don't need to. My current goal is to help 10,000 people transform their physiques and their feelings about themselves before I turn 30. And I turned 23 just the other day. So it's game on for the next 7 years. And that's me up until this point. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments below and I'm more than happy to answer them.